Hello everyone, this is Magdala Ramirez. I come from the Maya Mexica tradition and I feel very, very excited to be with you today. Tomorrow is Solstice. We have been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. There is so much of that preparation that it is happening within your own self that we have been talking about it for a while. These parts of yourself that it has to do with forgiveness. Forgiveness to everyone, forgiveness to yourself, and for you to ask for that forgiveness too. Liberating yourself, it's very, very important at this time. Making a recapitulation of your life. It's a very, very important because you're finding so many of those parts in you that it needs some healing, and you are addressing this healing. There is these voices within your own self, maybe, that you do need to find a way how to calm them. This voice that it is against you, constantly criticizing you, bringing you down. Can you relate with that voice? Do you see what I'm talking about? This voice, it was created for you long time ago. And it has been there to stop you. If you put attention to that voice, you know exactly where it's going to take you. So when you don't identify with that voice, it really makes a big shift. Many people have asked me, how do I stop these voices that they are against me, that they are minimizing my work, that they keep on telling me that I'm not going to make it, that they keep on telling me that I'm not good enough. Well, put a stop in it. How do you do this? You say out loud, I order the part of myself that knows how to do this. To put a stop in this voice, in that little voice, that it needs to be addressed at all times. When you hear that stop, immediately you bring the presence of your own presence and you are choosing a very different story for yourself. This has been a big message lately that the people from everywhere has been asking about. What do you do with this part of you that it wants to stop you constantly? Don't put attention to it. You know that she's going to take you to depression. You know that voice I was hearing in the news, that it is mostly for women. And in the United States, it is women of color. That's how I put it. And that is because the whole system, the whole patriarchal system, told you that what it is more important is what it is in the outside world. How you look for that validarization, how do you look for your own way to relate is accordingly of what it is the outside world for you, like your relations and your money, your accomplishments in the system, how it works, and literally it has nothing to do with it. That has been a big lie. So every time that you wander around outside world and allowing those definitions of you or value of you, stop it. Stop it and know that it was never meant to be. It is truly the love that you are. But it can very much take you there and leaving that little voice behind that voice that it guides you constantly every time that you put attention and identify with it. So here comes Solstice, and we are very, very excited about this solstice because it's another timeline for all humanity. This is the perfect mirror of 2012 in that solstice. Now as that mirror is a completely new beginning. And it is the beginning of that new era. A new era that it has been prophesied by the ancestors for a very, very long time. The ancestors from everywhere in the world. You do have all the assistance that you need. Make your ceremony. Make your unique ceremony. Of course, we're having ceremony at the Sacred Land tomorrow, and everyone is invited. But I do want you to, wherever you are in the world, make ceremony a celebration of life that you are, a celebration of love that you are, and introduce that world of peace, finally and consciously. Be peace. Be always peace. The true human being has always been peace. The true human being recognizes this time and space and how important it is. You can feel it everywhere in your being that everything have changed. Everything is different. The way that you match this world, it's a matching of energy, it's a matching of consciousness. Raise that consciousness by the understanding that you have always been love. That it is that love that it is going to take you there into that understanding of that oneness that exists and that has always been there. It's everywhere around you. This is a world of co-creation, a cooperation. It's a world where everything, it is absolutely connected with everything. And yes, it has always been there, but finally, human being, it is raising their consciousness to tap into it and to live into this truth. It is a time for humanity. It is a time for that celebration of the human being. And let me tell you that there are so many spirits everywhere celebrating that human being, welcoming you into the new era. And yes, you're gonna find your information board, so to speak, where it's gonna show you such a very different stories in the creations. Everything will be very different because everything, every single creation, it is based on the highest good of everyone. So you will see so much advances in health, recognizing that you can heal yourself. You will see so much advances in education, in engineering, in technology, in architecture, in so much completely connected, much more for the highest good of everyone. And it is true that not everyone is going to make it. Not everyone is choosing this world of peace. And it is okay too. There is people that they still needs to have experiences of separation. And it is okay. It's not like all the leaves in the trees are ready at the same time. Yet they all come from the same source. And when you think about the source, the one that created you, the one that it is guiding you into this new era, and it has been guiding you for a very long time. And it's gonna keep on guiding you into how to relate in the new era, how to understand yourself. For such a long, long time, you thought that you needed to not be yourself in order to fit in a society, in a system that nobody really fits in there. But you try your best in trying to connect with it. You pretend, you did all kinds of things just to feel that sensation of belonging, an illusion of belonging. You don't belong to that world. You have never did. Now, I want you to observe the new world, the new era, and how naturally you recognize your place. There is not anymore the fear of rejection as it was before, but it is much more the welcoming of absolutely everything. Your way of thinking are going to begin to change because of the downloadings are being so intense in this time. And it's going to continue to be intense. It has to be. It has to be that intensity within your own self that it is able to create this friction in order to you to understand that beautiful energy. Everything is energy. This is the time that you master yourself, that you master your world of energy. Love, it is the most powerful energy in the universe. Everything, it is being connected. And through that connection, there is all this information that it is happening. You are also awakening your senses from within. You just know many things and you are beginning to act upon it. And this is creating a big, big opening because you are reaching much more information that your mind, it truly needs to kick in and decode this new information coming in. You are accelerating the process because of it. This amount of information, it is taking place in so many levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. In your physical body, your body is preparing for the jump too. This time you're taking your rope with you. So every cell is receiving that new information and reconnecting as it was meant to be naturally from a long, long time ago. Everything is in your nature. This understanding is in your nature. You're uncovering new emotions that it has no name. And the mind wants to look for that name of that emotion and cannot find it because it's not about the mind. The mind is getting enlightened. You are the one who's enlightening your mind, rerouting. and understanding this vibration, this information that it is coming through a vibration. And yes, it is your mind, the one that translated into a language that you can understand. And with that, there is a lot that it is lost in the translation. There is a lot that it gets minimized. So you're learning through your new senses that you don't need to translate, yet you can decode it in a different manner and much more quicker, just like the heart does. The heart knows. The one that knows is within yourself. Make ceremony tomorrow and connect with absolutely so many millions of people making ceremony. This is a big collective understanding of the new path, a new timeline of peace. And it is about you. And it is about you choosing. Before, you didn't know that you can actually choose. That you actually were choosing. The sacred moment, it is so intense. So, I want you to actually choose consciously this new world of peace. The new era is here. The sixth sun is here. And in the one contains the whole. And the whole is contained in the one. I want to remind you that we do have a school online with teachings every week, with spiritual work every moment, every part of you reaching you. You need to remember that the only one that you need to reach is you. We have new books. I want you to go to our website, magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. And if this radio talk has been good for you, I do want you to share it. I want you to subscribe. I want you to tell the people our archives are so big, so enormous. And this is the time of the feminine, because it is the feminine, the one that it is leading the way. And if you can, make a donation so we keep on going in our radio. Go to sacredwoman.org. And there is a fundraising that it is going on. And there is also just a button that says subscribe, that says donate. There is our app, Messages from the Great Mother. You can download it in your phone. Any phone. That has been so beautiful because there is all these perfect synchronicities that is just guiding you the way. I'm so thankful for all of you. I am you. I am Magdala. Tlatzokomate, tlatzokomate, tlatzokomate.